It is 90% done, and it has been 90% done for 3 weeks now. The report, or the song, or the business plan, or the message you keep rewriting. You open it most days. You change a sentence, adjust something small, and close it again. When someone asks how it is going, you say, "Almost there, just tidying it up." But you said that last week, and you said it the week before that. And you have noticed something lately that stings a little. Other people finish. They actually finish things. They put out work that is rougher than what is sitting in your drafts folder. And the world accepts it, and they move along to the next thing, while you sit here and adjust another margin. So let me show you 3 things over the next few minutes. Why the polishing stopped being about quality some time ago, and what it is really doing for you. Why the standard you are holding this work to can never actually be met by anything. And one word the tradition uses for the entire universe, which takes the pressure off. Start with the story you tell about this, because it is a very flattering story. The story is, I just have high standards. So think of a craftsman whose standards you genuinely admire. A good potter, a good carpenter, a good writer of any kind. Their standards are high, and they also finish things. The pot leaves the wheel and goes out into the world. They see its flaws clearly, and those flaws go on to teach the next pot. Work keeps moving through their hands, and each piece is a little better than the last. That is what high standards actually look like. Things still get made. Perfectionism is a different animal, and there is a simple test for the difference. Can you say, in one single sentence, what would make this piece of work done? The craftsman can answer that question immediately. It holds water, it stands level, it covers the 3 points it needed to cover. You cannot answer it if you are being honest with yourself. Your answer is a feeling. It will feel ready when it is ready. And that feeling never arrives, because the feeling was never really about the work. So what is all of that tidying actually for? Something simpler and more human than quality ever was. As long as the thing stays unfinished, nobody is able to judge it. It is still in progress, still being worked on, and so it stays safe. The moment you call it done and let it go, people can see it. And through it, whether you like it or not, they can see you. Finishing means being seen. Polishing means staying hidden. That is why the last 10% has taken 3 weeks, when the first 90 took days. The first 90% of it was work. The last 10% is a verdict, and you are postponing it one small revision at a time. The 11th draft is not really a draft anymore. It has quietly become a hiding place. And it is worth saying the outcome out loud, because the mind skips straight over it. To avoid making something imperfect, you are making nothing at all. The flawed thing you fear would at least exist. It would be read and used and heard. The perfect thing you are protecting exists nowhere except inside your folder. Judged by nobody, helping nobody, reaching nobody at all. That is the actual trade you have been making, and it is a very poor one. Now the old word, and it comes from about as high up as a word can come. When the tradition wants to describe creation itself, everything that exists, It does not reach for a word about construction, or work, or a finished product. It reaches for a word that means something else entirely. Lila. Play. The universe as something played, rather than something manufactured. Creation, in this telling, was not built to a specification. It was not submitted anywhere for approval, and it was never marked. It is played, the way music is played, the way that children play. Freely, for its own sake, with no examiner anywhere in the room. That is the tradition's picture of existence itself, and it is worth sitting with. And it fits exactly what you can see out of any window. Nothing in nature is finished, not one thing. A tree does not complete itself and then stop growing. A river never arrives at its final version. Everything alive is still visibly in progress. And the tradition looked at all of it and did not once call it flawed. It looked at the whole unfinished universe and called it play. Now think about what happened to you somewhere along the way. Watch a small child drawing at a table, completely absorbed in it, completely happy, making marks for their own sake. Then someone leans over their shoulder and asks, "Is it good?" And the pencil slows down. The child looks up at them. Something that was play a moment ago has just become a thing that can be judged. And it is never entirely play again after that. Some version of that exact moment happened to you a long time ago. And the work sitting in your drafts folder is still living inside it. You took something that was play and you turned it into an exam. And you have been sitting that exam ever since, every time you open the file. There is a small folk custom that shows how well the culture understood all of this. Tika, the black dot, a mark placed deliberately on the thing you love the most. A grandmother takes a beautiful child, the most beloved thing in the whole house, and she deliberately puts a small black mark on its face. The stated reason is protection from the evil eye, and that is what everyone says. But look at what the gesture itself is saying underneath. Perfection is not a safe condition to be in. Do not leave it perfect. Do not send it out flawless. Give it one flaw on purpose so that it can live in the world with the rest of us. The culture puts imperfection on the things it loves most as a kind of blessing. So, 3 things, all of them aimed at getting the work out of the exam room. First, decide what done means before you start, and make it a checklist, not a feeling. 3 lines, written down somewhere you can see them. It covers these sections. It answers this question. It comes in under this length. When those 3 lines are met, it is done, because you agreed in advance that it would be. This matters because you now know your feeling of readiness cannot be trusted to arrive. So stop waiting on it and let the checklist do the deciding for you. Second, when you catch yourself polishing, ask one honest question. Am I improving this right now, or am I hiding in it? Improving means changing something a reader would actually notice. Hiding means rearranging things that only you will ever see. You will know the answer immediately. You always do know. And when the answer is hiding, that is your signal to stop and to let it go. Third, call the thing version 1 Out loud, if that helps at all. Version 1 is a useful phrase because it happens to tell the truth. This is not your final statement to the world. It is just the current one. And there will be another one after it, and another one after that. The people who finish things are not braver than you are. They have simply stopped treating each piece of work as the last exam of their life. They treat it instead as one single move in a very long game. Their imperfect finished work is already out there, teaching them things. Your perfect unfinished work is sitting in a folder, teaching nobody. The polishing was never really about quality, not for a good while now. It was shelter, and almost there, slowly became a place to live. But the standard you are trying to meet does not exist anywhere at all. Nothing in nature has ever once met it. The tradition looked at the entire unfinished universe, and it called that play. There was never an examiner sitting in the room with you. There was only the grading that you carried in there yourself. So do what the grandmothers do. Let one flaw stand on purpose. Call it version 1, and then let it go.